It's odd how life often resists us most when we strive to control every detail. You push harder, map out every step, and fret over each moment. Yet the tighter you hold, the more things slip away. Not because you're failing, but because you're overdoing it. There's a reason why those who seem most at peace, whose lives flow effortlessly, aren't always the ones grinding hardest or obsessing over every move. They trust. They trust in themselves, in the process, in life's ability to guide them even when the path is unclear. That trust becomes a magnet, transforming pressure into momentum, overthinking into opportunity, and waiting into receiving. The truth is, life moves with you when you stop forcing it. You're not here to command the river, but to swim alongside it. Trust doesn't mean doing nothing. It means showing up fully, giving your all, then releasing your grip on the outcome. You offer your best and let the rest unfold. The more you trust, the more life flows through you, to you and for you. Trust isn't blind faith. It's a daily choice, especially when the road feels foggy and your mind craves certainty. Trust says, I don't need every answer now. I'll keep going anyway. Most wait for a guarantee, a sign, a perfect moment, a foolproof plan, before acting. But that moment rarely arrives, and while they wait, life stalls. Meanwhile, those who trust gain momentum. They don't know exactly how things will unfold, but they believe they will. That trust opens doors they couldn't have foreseen, brings people they couldn't have planned to meet, and delivers opportunities when they stop obsessing over the how or when. Life tests you. Can you move forward without proof, or do you wait for the easy, obvious path? Anyone can trust when things go smoothly. Real power lies in trusting when nothing yet makes sense. You grow lighter. You stop carrying worries into every conversation or dragging fear into every choice. In that space, life breathes and new possibilities grow. It's not magic, it's alignment. When you trust, you stand with life, not against it, and life responds. Consider how much stress comes from trying to control it all, forcing outcomes, predicting every detail. It drains you, hardens you, makes you grip life like a fist when it was never meant to be held so tightly. Trust opens your hands, your heart, your mind to possibilities you didn't know existed. You move differently. You enter a room without needing to impress. Take risks without fear weighing you down. Listen more, because you're not trying to control every outcome. You make space for the best things to find you by not blocking them with doubt. People feel it. Trust is magnetic, a quiet energy that says, I'm not chasing, not forcing, I'm allowing. And life mirrors that back. The right people, ideas, moments, they arrive when you stop being so tense, so afraid, so forceful. Yet trust doesn't mean sitting idle. It means showing up completely, without panic, without needing every detail figured out. When you trust deeply, you're free. Free to act boldly, to fail and still feel peace, to live without treating life like a chessboard you must master move by move. You start living, not managing. And ironically, when you stop trying to control every outcome, life begins to flow in your favor. Trusting shifts your relationship with time. 2. Suddenly, you're not rushing. You stop measuring days by achievements or treating every hour like a ticking bomb, ready to explode if you make the wrong choice. You breathe deeper, realizing what's meant for you won't vanish if you don't chase it frantically. You trust timing. Understanding some things need seasons to grow, and forcing them early ruins the process. It's like planting a seed and digging it up daily to check its progress. You kill it with impatience. But with trust, you let the seed stay buried, nurturing it, giving it sunlight, believing something powerful is taking root, even if unseen. That's how transformation happens, quietly, invisibly, before it shows on the surface. When you trust the process, you notice small signs you once overlooked. A chance conversation sparking an idea, a missed opportunity that saved you from error, a detour leading exactly where you needed to be. The world feels less like a battlefield and more like a dance floor. You're no longer fighting life. You're moving with it. The more you trust that life isn't against you, the more it delivers things you couldn't have planned. Not because you're lucky, but because you've stopped standing in your own way. When trust truly settles into your life, something even subtler starts to unfold. You grow less reactive. You stop panicking when plans shift. You cease overanalyzing every tiny detail. You quit crafting disaster scenarios in your mind at every minor delay. Instead, you begin to see the broader picture. You understand that not every moment requires an instant response. Not every issue demands you leap in to fix it. Sometimes the wisest choice is to wait. Waiting isn't passive, it's potent. While you wait, you're gathering strength, cultivating patience, allowing things to develop in ways you couldn't arrange alone. And what's wilder, when you trust enough to stop micromanaging and controlling, you start noticing opportunities you once overlooked. Because you were so focused on forcing, you miss what was presenting itself. That friendship that gradually became meaningful. That job opportunity you nearly ignored because it didn't fit your ideal plan. That skill you honed simply by exploring without pressure. The more you step back, the clearer life becomes. It's like solving a massive puzzle. Up close, all you see are scattered, broken pieces. But when you lean back, when you give yourself space, the full picture starts forming piece by piece. You realize it was never about jamming the puzzle together faster. It was about trusting each piece would find its place when ready. You stop living in fear. You start living in flow. That's the true magic most miss, because they're too busy battling life instead of aligning with it. When you grasp that life responds not to desperation, but to trust, your entire world breathes differently. You notice you walk more slowly, think more clearly, choose more wisely. Not because you're striving harder, but because you've stopped trying to force it. Life doesn't need you gripping it tightly. It needs you open-handed, ready to hold, but equally ready to release. It's a paradox many overlook. The harder you clutch, the more life slips away. The looser you hold, the more it lingers. It's like standing in a river, thrash against the current, and you exhaust yourself, barely moving. But trust the current, let it guide you, and you glide effortlessly to places you couldn't have reached by fighting. This is why trust isn't just an emotional luxury. It's survival, progress, growth in its truest form. The biggest shift, you stop chasing what isn't meant for you. You quit wasting energy proving yourself to those who don't even know themselves. You stop feeling frantic when things don't go as planned. Deep down, you know what's meant for you won't pass you by. The universe doesn't follow your timeline. It moves to its own rhythm. When you align with that rhythm through trust, you move in ways that feel almost otherworldly. Conversations spark at the perfect moment. Connections find you when you least expect them. Opportunities emerge not because you force your way in, but because you created space for them to arrive. You're not stuck because life is unjust. You're stuck because you're sprinting when life asks you to walk with it, to trust its pace, to listen rather than shout, to allow rather than demand. The more you flow with that rhythm, the less you'll need to constantly fix yourself, your situation, or your life. You'll see there was never anything broken, just pieces waiting for you to trust long enough for them to align naturally. Real strength lies here. Not in control, not in force, not in scrambling, but in presence, patience, and deep, unshakable trust. Most spend their lives chasing a certainty that doesn't exist, wasting years, even decades, trying to dictate every outcome, believing if they work hard enough, think hard enough, or plan hard enough, everything will snap into place. But life isn't a machine you perfect. It's a wild, unpredictable, beautiful river. You can fight it every step, exhausting yourself, frustrated at every twist, or you can swim with it, trust where it's leading, and enjoy the journey. Trust isn't weakness. It's not passive. It's not saying, I give up. It's saying, I choose to join something bigger than my own plans. Letting go of the need to control everything opens you to experiences you couldn't have dreamed of. True magic lives in the unknown. Think of every moment that truly mattered in your life. Was it perfectly scripted, or did it unfold in ways you couldn't have planned? The best relationships, the biggest breakthroughs, the most unforgettable adventures, they began when you stepped into uncertainty and trusted it. Life isn't waiting for a flawless version of you. It's waiting for the trusting version. The one who doesn't collapse when plans falter, who can laugh at life's surprises, knowing they're part of a larger picture unfolding. And ironically, when you trust more, things often work out better than you could have forced. Opportunities align, people appear, solutions emerge, not because you demanded them, but because you made room for them. You stopped filling your life with frantic energy. You stopped signaling to the universe, "I don't trust you." Instead, you live like someone who believes their life is worth trusting. That's the difference between merely surviving and truly living, between fighting the current and letting it carry you somewhere extraordinary. Once you feel it, once you know what it's like to move through life with trust instead of tension, you won't want to return. You realize the cost of control was too steep. Your peace, your joy, your sense of wonder, all traded for an illusion of safety that never existed. Now you choose better. You choose trust. You choose flow. You choose to believe life is happening for you, not to you. That changes everything. With trust, you walk differently, speak differently, decide not from fear, but from a deep knowing that whatever comes, you'll handle it, grow from it, and somehow it'll be even better than you imagined. You stop chasing validation from people. You stop begging situations to unfold your way. You show up fully, openly, calmly, and let life meet you where you are. That's when the right people notice you, the right doors open, and the things you once obsessed over start finding you instead of you chasing them. By letting go, you often get what you once thought you needed so badly. But now it comes without anxiety, desperation, or fear because you're not attached. You're bigger than it. You live from trust, and nothing is more magnetic than someone who trusts their own life. So here's my challenge today. Stop forcing life to happen. Start trusting it to unfold. When you do, watch how life delivers exactly what you're ready for, and more than you ever asked. If you're ready to live this way, drop flow in the comments. Let's see how many of us are done with forcing, stressing, and chasing, and ready to trust that life knows what it's doing.